welcome. On this channel, I do unscripted, unedited videos about Linux programming and stuff. There are links in the show notes below that explains kind of, that would catch you up if you're new. I am working on a toy game client server thing, and right now I am in the process of taking some of the examples that I had generated with Google Gemini and bringing them back into the project. In the previous video, I very specifically kind of shied away from something that I'm going to go back and just do now. I was kind of building a little test run of the message queue code, and it turns out that I have to build up one of the message structures, and I don't have a ready function for that, and I just kind of have to do it. And for whatever reason, I doing the manual memory allocations to do it, just I avoided it, and I'm going to go do it right now. So I still want to make that test, so we can see this in the client code. This is wow. Do I really not? Okay, so let me. Oops, that's not the. There we go. So this is some variation of the code that we had done previously. Does this one compile? Make a clean make client bin client. It does compile. It just complains a lot about it just complains a lot. There are a couple of macros that are defined in source message. We'll probably use them here when we go to do this. The message layout is really straightforward. It is a struct that looks like so, followed by a body. So what I'm going to do is build up one of these messages. This really, I wouldn't call this it's going to be productive and get us something. It's me just like, hey, you can't avoid doing these things. You got to actually do them. And so we have a message header type T. And so what we're going to do is we're going to define one, and I'll just call it message header. And it's going to equal it's going to have a message type, which we will we'll use from the enum there as message echo. Now we'll use echo. And then it has a uint32 for length. The length is going to be the length of the body, and the body in this case is this greeting message. So it's going to be Sterling of greeting is the length. Okay, so that no, let me think this through. Yes, that is. Does Sterling include? It probably does. So the null, yeah, and returns the number of characters in S, not including the terminating null, and I do want the terminating null, so we want that plus 1. And then what we have to do is we have to we're going to have a message, which is a pointer. Is it just going to be a void pointer? So void pointer message is what I want, actually. It's going to equal malloc of size of the message header T plus the length that we just added to message header. So message header dot length. That is the size that we need to allocate. We would then need to memcpy into it so I have a pointer to the beginning of the message, and so memcpy okay, memcpy include, so it's going to be in string H, and it's a so it's destination source size. So it is memcpy destination source size. And into the destination will be message. And the source will be message header, and the size will be size of message header T. And then we also have to copy into it the actual greeting, which is going to be greeting is the, so it's destination source, and then it would be the string length. We can use the values that we've already put in the header. You know, an easier way, well, no, I'm not going to say that. Memcpy message greeting. What I need to copy is in message header dot length, and I need to advance this pointer the size of message header T, and then in theory I could push the message I would be able to pop that message and put, but I can't puts it anymore, right? Because so instead what I want is I want another, this one could be a message header message header T to a pointer to message. Sorry. Message P equals message. So could I have done that from the beginning? Could I have just said that? I probably could have, right? I could have just said that message is a message header t pointer, right? And let's call this message. I'm going to call it message. We'll just call it message. Now, down here, I would be saying the source is the message there. Memcpy message. What did I just do? So that was message. Okay, so I want to copy into the buffer. That's the destination. So that's message. And the source is going to be message header, but it's going to be the address. I need to pass the address of message header, and the size is going to be message header t, right? So, but my buffer is actually bigger, right? Because I malloc the size of the message header plus the string length. And then I memcpy into message, but I have to advance that size of message header t, and I copy into it the greeting, and it's also the length of message header. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to push the queue, push the message, right? I don't know how to do this right, but I want to pop this thing, and I think I want to cast it to, it's going to come out of the it'd be really nice if it seems like it'd be really nice if there was a body pointer that just referenced, okay, let's do it a little different. I want to just see if I can, if any of that works, but I don't want to deal with any kind of like typecasting stuff here. So I'm going to say that let's just see if we build the message right. Let's just do that first. So we're not going to push or pop anything. Instead, we're just going to printf, and the type. So let's just print and I want to reference it by looking at message type. Does that make error? Expected a semicolon before, so I'm really getting sloppy with the semicolons there. Message t pointer from incompatible pointer type, blah blah blah. Warning: assignment to character pointer from. Do I still have? Oops. Source q h. Yes. So. That was me playing around with it in the previous video. Okay. That is about what I expected to happen. Heap buffer overflow, blah, blah, blah. probably try and debug this with the debugger just because I need that experience. But let's start with freeing this before. So let's say I never use it, but then I want to free it. So free MSG. That compiles. I want it to compile, not make clean, make bin client. Bin client. Okay, we're good so far. We malloc something that is much bigger than this, so this shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna do bin make clean make bin client bin. Let's kind of change how we're doing this here. Make bin client and then bin client. So all good so far. Okay. So let's just, for fun here, let's mallocate +1. Okay, that was just kind of a sanity check that. So I want to put a break on line 31. Okay, so let's clean up the make file here. We don't need to pass, well, we don't need to pass any of that, and we certainly need this to be the client. And this to be the client. It's probably a little painful to watch. I don't know what I'm doing. Make debug client. I ain't what I wanted, so let's clear cat make file for a second here. So yeah, I don't want to automatically run this. I forget what -q is. It's probably like a client. Make debug client. And then I want to break on line 31. So break source client C 31 and then run. Okay, and so right now what I would want to look at is message. Oh, print message. Can I do a size print size of, I don't think it, obviously it's not going to let me do that, but I am so wrong. Message header. Oh, STRL. Don't quite know there, but all that seems good. But what I am suspicious of is, print message header. Oh, okay. So no, I was reading that wrong. Message header. Message header is okay. So that is defined, right? So length. So print message is that, and if I print message plus equals size of message header t, you know, it bump forward whatever that is, 40 in hex. And that seems to, oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on. Clear. So if we look at, if we look at this, there's padding here, right? And could the padding be playing into... No, I don't think so. Because we would use the same size of... So when we malloc, I malloc the size of message header plus the value in length plus 1. Okay, so what happens if we just make it too big, right? So there it's packed, but we would be getting the same size of everywhere, right? And so that wouldn't matter. But let's just make it too big. Let's, instead of doing that, let's just do max message body length. All right. Well, I've lost that, so make clean, oops. Make clean, yeah, that's the one. Missing our semicolon again. Someday I'll learn. Address sanitizer. Attempting to free an address which has not been mallocked. Okay. Oh, yes, that would be a problem. No, that is what I mallocked, right? Do I have to? I don't think so. That is not how that works. So if I do that, warning, unused variable message header, that's fine. Okay. So when I memcpy here, am I overwriting something? So that it's memcpy is destination then source. But I want to be feels like that is the problem. Oh, I wonder if, like, I'm actually, because it's a pointer, I'm incrementing it. So let's do this. Let's, I'm going to create mh message header pointer. That ain't going to work. I'm going to do message header t pointer to msg p msg. And it's going to equal msg plus the size of a message header t, and then I want to unknown type message. Oh, where's my 3 that I didn't mean to put in there? Okay, so which put I let's add a break on and run. And then if I print MSG, and if I print P MSG, and if I print P MSG minus MSG, that's 8 bytes difference. That seems like exactly the right amount because there are 2 4-byte values, 2 32-bit values in there, in that header. And so why then would the memcpy cause a problem, right? So this is the destination, which is just p message, and you know, that is 8 bytes ahead. Oh, you know, an interesting way I could probably do this is, oh no, that doesn't make sense. I was thinking of just putting having the structure have that static size, but then everywhere I create one. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what I was thinking. But here I copy greeting, and instead of using that value, I'm going to use string length of greeting. I think we just ran to success. Make it and then just run it. We did just run to success. What did I change? So given that, let's then Well, let's do this two ways. Let's do some of this first, just as an experiment. So I want to p message. I want to get its type, and I want to get its length. All right. Those are bonkers. If I do just message, so if I do just message, which is, if I do just message, type 0 and 23, those are correct. Just for printf, string length of greeting. So that's just a warning. And what is the wow. Printf of size t is ZU. So we can make that not complain. And we get, so it's 22, but we're adding the one additional to get the, right? And so when we do the malloc, okay, so here we're, okay, so we're getting that by referencing just message. But what I try to do here is let's, oh, that's really bonkers what I'm doing here. I'm saying what I want to get is to the string, right? So I want a character pointer called pgreeting. I don't know if the name makes any sense, but the place I'm expecting to find it is at the message size of message header. And to prove that, oh, hold it. Message body is all this is. So it's a character pointer called message body. And it's equal to the address plus the size. And so then when I do the copy, this is destination source. So the destination should be message body from greeting for that length +1. Because we need that null termination there. So if I print f %s message body, what the hell do I get? Hello from the client, bang greeting. Oh, it's because I didn't, there we go. Okay, right, and so no different than if I do greeting here. So now, I believe right, and so here I'm referencing it. Okay, I should be good, right? Because now I should be able to push the message MSG onto the queue. But does it want a pointer? Source message. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Queue. Couldn't. My brain was totally. Except for I want the header file. Okay, so it wants a pointer to a pointer. That's what that struct is, but no, it's just a pointer to that struct, but it's a pointer to the buffer. So when I create the queue, that's the capacity. When I push, I have to just pass a message T. That is a message T. So if I make another one, right? So if I say message, Interestingly, what is a message T? Split source. Oh, that's just the enum. That is just the enum. So the struct that makes up a QT, this is just, so it is quite raw. So what I'm pushing, I just read this all wrong. So message T is just the enum. That's what I'm pushing. That just seems not right. Did I just mix the two pieces of code and that's where this problem comes from? Okay, so let's take a look at source QC, and then let's look at push. It's expecting a queue and a message T message. So here we just add the message to the tail, and then I'm very confused by that, and I'm going to have to go back and look at the original code. So I'm not sure that I made any headway. What has me confused is, well, here maybe I can answer it in real time. So if I go to the videos, is this videos? Yeah, videos. So let's go here. In this one, there is no Q. So it's got to be, this code, this logic comes from 51. And if I look in 51 and I look in server, let's go back to common code. Message T, I suppose, is what header T, right here. Completely different message. So my message, okay, so we have code mixed from the two different approaches, and they don't work. So, in the next video, we'll straighten that out. See you there.